What's up, Blazioneers and Blazionettes? I am about to share my thoughts and do my review on The Walking Dead issue 162, part 6 of the sixth chapter in the Whisper War story. So, with that all being said, there's going to be spoilers, so there will be a link in the description for you to go read the issue for yourself and come on back and then just hear my thoughts on it. So here we go. So it starts out that Negan, he is getting ready to bury Lucille, and he's actually talking to his wife Lucille, and he's saying how, I'm sorry, this is the, this is the, this is basically the, I guess the closure that she deserved and not the one that she got, where she turned into a walker, his wife turned into a walker, went at the beginning of the apocalypse. So this is him sort of making up for that, where he could have buried her, or, for making up for not burying her, you know what I mean? So, and he feels like he owes that to her because he hasn't really been the best, hasn't been the best husband to her, prior to her death. So, and then he says, and then his sense of humor kicks back in where he says, I hope you're in heaven, and I hope someone's up there treating you just as good as I am, and he is fucking your brains out, and you're fucking their brains out. And then he also said, I'm sorry I named a stupid baseball bat after you. But, without all being said, if you read the Here's Negan story arc, then you know that, him talking to Lucille is not that crazy, not as crazy as it looks. And, so I just cannot. Every time I jump to, Negan and Lucille, I always think of, if Rick really didn't have anybody and he just lost everybody, including Carl and all that, and Judith, and I wonder if he would really go around being just a psycho, just being a complete psychopath with that telephone, and just be like, yeah, Lori wants to talk to you. Lori doesn't like the way you're speaking, or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, and then we cut to William and some people from the kingdom going to the hilltop, and they find out that it's not there anymore, and they find Maggie and the rest of them in the Hilltop gang, and then she's talking to him about we're gonna rebuild Hilltop. That's what we owe the people. That's what they deserve, and etc. And then we get a moment with Carl and Lydia, and Lydia's talking about how she's killed so many strangers when she's been with the Whispers, and how her hands are basically have been dirty, through this whole thing. And Carl basically tells her it's no different with him. Him and his dad and everybody they have killed people to get to where they are now, and so they're basically in a gray area. Not one person, has gotten through this, squeaky clean without having to kill somebody. You know what I mean? They couldn't have made it by themselves, in this world without killing anybody, walkers or the living, But even though, Rick and the gang have killed people to basically keep each other alive and to push through and to live through that, and anyone who opposed a threat to them, while the Whispers are a threat, But Carl is, has a point, where, he's saying, yeah, we've killed people too, And also, Eugene gets to Alexandria, and he passes out, and because he worked super super hard on, basically providing Alexandria everything they need, and then I like how Rick talks to him after, like a little bit after, and he tells him, like, there's not one person here that wonders what is Eugene contributing. You know what I mean? I mean, like, he's doing a lot for like for Alexandria. I mean, come on, he can make bullets and everything like that. I mean, come on. I mean, like, he has something to contribute, you know. But and then and also like Rick's age has been confirmed that he is what, 38 years old. I thought he was. I mean, like, I thought maybe he was about like in his early 40s, but hey, it's close enough. But I mean, but I mean, hey, I mean that's cool. But and that's funny because like him and Andrea are talking about like how him staying inside the walls is making him soft, and he's afraid that he's not able to fight as good as he used to be until like prior to him defeating Negan, and but we all know better. As long as there's a breath in that man's body, he can still kick ass. And so Dwight makes it back, back to Alexandria finally, and everybody that was with him, made it back, including Negan, and then basically Dwight's telling Rick that we've won, but Beta is still out there, but we beat him. Like we took out hundreds of his walkers that he had at his disposal, so it is done. I mean, there's no. I mean, like he's screwed. And then Rick is like, did you just say hundreds? And he's remembering, that big, massive herd of walkers that Alpha had, and he's telling him like, no, we have not won the war here. We have not won. I mean, I have seen thousands upon thousands, and etc., etc. And then we see that exact massive herd, probably the biggest herd ever in the Walking Dead history, in the comic book history anyway. And we see that herd on its way, roaming through the streets, and basically on its way to Alexandria. And we see Beta, and Beta says, our war is over. Let the dead finish what we started. And wow. I mean, after Maggie saying we're going to rebuild the hilltop and whatnot, and I think that dream is going to be short-lived, and this could be the end of Alexandria. Like where, I mean, there is a strong chance that Rick will survive this, and but they will probably have to go back out there. They'll have to go back out, go back to surviving, and then just be stripped away from living, and then they have to, continue surviving once again and find somewhere else to go. And so, I don't know. And, I mean, like, no, I mean, like, this is, like, much worse than the No Way Out story arc. Much worse than that. So, this will be like No Way Out times a cajillion. So I don't know who's gonna come out of this alive. I mean, like outside of Rick and Carl and whatever. And I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. And the Saviors is not gonna have anything to really to take over, basically. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, like Rick will come out of this alive, but whether will he still have Alexandria come out of it still intact? Probably not, but I don't know. This was a great issue. I mean, like, the build up of all 6 issues all the way up to this point was pretty cool. So we are here, and I can't wait to see what happens next month when that issue drops. So, with that all being said, this gets 4.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 chair spins. I think. Oh no, I think that was 5, but you get the gist of that. It was 4.5 chair spins for this fucking issue. So yeah, I mean, just seeing, if you read the issue and you see that panel where that massive herd is like taking up every, like just basically almost like half of the, I mean, probably the entire neighborhood that they were in, and that just, oh man, I don't remember seeing a herd that massive. I mean, like, I think we've seen big herds in the TV series, and the biggest herd on the TV series by far was in season 6. But oh man, oh man, I bet half of that, like I said before in my review on some of the other issues, I bet some of that herd is what the Whispers, like the Whispers gets a hold of half of that herd that they that Rick and the gang had, led away from Alexandria. Like that herd will come back to that herd will make a comeback with much more at behind them. But yeah, I don't know what to think from here. Feel free to share your thoughts, like, on what you think is gonna happen. But if you guys enjoyed my review on this issue, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you click subscribe if you are a newbie to the channel. And thank you for watching. And we're like about a month away until the second half of Walking Dead starts airing. So I'm looking forward to how that turns out. I mean, like, I'm gonna probably reread the All Out War issues. It's just to get ready and just remember some stuff that happened and some stuff that like just relive it the whole thing over again. So yeah, I mean, this is making me look more forward to the Whisper War making its way to the TV show next season. I mean, I'm pretty certain that they're gonna make their way to season 8. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, if yeah, like I said, so until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.